Are you also one of those people who reach for a podcast or a YouTube video as soon as you wake up? I used to do that every day until I realized it was unconsciously stressing me out before breakfast. So now I'm on a mission to keep my mornings calm, and I wanted to share what has been working for me in this video. Hi there, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda, and today I wanted to talk about something that has made a real difference in my life, and that is having quiet, low stimulating mornings. I used to start my day with a constant stream of noise, especially podcasts or YouTube videos. It felt very normal at first, and I kept telling myself that I'm learning something as I go, so why shouldn't I be listening to this podcast right when I wake up? But over time, it started to wear me down. My brain never got a break. If you felt the same way, stick around, because I'm going to show you why quiet mornings matter and how you can set yourself up for a calmer day yourself. I still end up not being able to tolerate the silence in the morning sometimes. I don't really know why it is so difficult for me at times. What I do then is turn on some relaxing music on low volume, and that often makes it easier for me to start the day without reaching for some stimulating content right away. You might not realize it, but when you always have an audiobook or a podcast playing, your mind never fully rests. That little bit of space right when you wake up, it's priceless for your brain. If you fill it with voices and beats right away, you're basically telling your mind, no breaks allowed here. It can make you feel anxious before you've even started your day. And I'm sure you know what I mean, and I think I'm not the only one with this urge to reach for something to fill the silence. But once I got honest about how weird I felt with this silence, I knew it was time to switch things up and challenge myself to embrace silence in the mornings even more. When you wake up without diving into social media or turning on some video, you give yourself a chance to think your own thoughts. Let that sink in for a second. Just think your own thoughts. I feel like this is something that we have forgotten to do, actually. And you'll notice the little things, like how comfortable your bed is right now, or the sounds of the birds outside. It's a tiny window of peace that sets you in the mood for the rest of your day. It might seem small, but trust me, it's huge for reducing stress and boosting creativity. I have noticed this for sure. So now I would like to share 3 tips that help me have a quieter morning, and I hope those tips help you too. Tip number 1 is charge your phone somewhere else. I put my phone on the sideboard in our bedroom when I sleep, so it's not in another room, but I cannot scroll before bed and right after waking up because I would have to get out of bed, right? So that's a good way for me to keep my hands off my phone when I'm in my bed. Am I perfect and always follow through? No. I sometimes get lazy and I still end up on my phone, but most of the times I find the discipline or the routine to do this, and it helps so much. You can also try leaving your phone in a different room at night. That way you're not tempted to check every notification the second you wake up, and you'll be amazed of how much calmer you feel when you're not scrolling in bed. Also, this helps you sleep so much better because you're not staring at your screen at night before the lights go out. I also don't charge my phone at night, but always during the day in another room, so I am not as distracted by it during my workday when I work in my home office, and that has been a huge game changer for my work productivity. Also, consider installing an app that locks or limits certain apps during the morning or during your work hours. Opal is a good example for this. They don't pay me anything to promote them or anything. It is also a free app, and I use the free version of it. I think they also have a paid version available, but I just use the free one and I'm fine with it. If social media or streaming apps are blocked in the morning, you'll have no choice but to let your brain breathe. It might feel weird at first, but it really helps you break that habit of constant distraction. I love the fact that Opal makes it a lot more difficult for me to access certain apps during the blocked times. I feel like this is way more effective than the Apple screen time feature. If that is enough for you, go ahead, but I feel like Opal makes a huge difference for me, so I really like that. Another amazing tip for a quiet, understimulating morning is get outside without any gadget in your ears. If you have a dog, I hope you walk them anyways, but go outside without a playlist or that true crime podcast or something else. Just listen to the sound of the leaves crunching, the birds singing, the wind blowing. I love going to the beach with my dog Pablo. We live very close to the beach, which is a huge privilege. And I'm so in love with the fact that we can just walk there, Pablo just runs around, and I can listen to the waves and the wind. And that's just the most beautiful thing in the mornings. Listening to nature is a gentle wake up for your senses instead of that overload of some podcast or some book or some conversation on YouTube. You will still be stimulated, but it's that kind of stimulation that won't fry your brain right away, but will stimulate you very gently and in a very natural and healthy way. Alright, those were the 3 simple ways to clear the morning noise and let your mind wake up slowly by charging your phone somewhere else, using an effective screen time blocker, and going outside without playing anything in your ears. You're giving your brain the space it needs to reboot. It may sound basic, but trust me, the impact can be huge. Give it a shot for a few days and see how you feel. If you notice you're calmer, more focused, less stressed, you will know you're onto something. Thank you very much for tuning in. I know this is a different kind of video than I used to make, but I'm still finding my style here on YouTube since my channel is very, very young still. So let me know in the comments if you like this type of video with a voiceover. I appreciate you being here. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments and share it with someone who could use a little bit more peace in their morning. And I wish you a very great day without all the noise and with peace of mind and love. Thank you very much again. Danke, tschüss. See you next time.